Narcissistic behaviors encompass a spectrum of self-centered attitudes and actions that can significantly alter the dynamics of a relationship. These behaviors stem from a personality pattern marked by an inflated sense of self-worth, a constant craving for admiration, and a notable lack of empathy. The narcissist ensures that their needs and desires take center stage, sidelining the feelings and needs of their partner. One of the most telltale signs of narcissistic behaviors is grandiosity. Narcissists have an overblown sense of self-importance, perceiving themselves as being superior to those around them. As a result, they think that they deserve special privileges that others are not entitled to, reinforcing their perceived superiority and entitlement. In addition, most narcissists believe that they are unique, special, or destined for extraordinary success. They will boast incessantly about their accomplishments, whether these are real or simply a figment of their imagination. Such constant self-aggrandizement serves a dual purpose. It reinforces their inflated self-image and helps them garner the admiration and validation they crave. The successes of others, including their own partner, are often viewed as a challenge to their grandiose self-image, so they will belittle or disregard the achievements of the people around them, invalidating them in the process. Narcissists have an insatiable desire to be continually praised, noticed, and adored. They thrive on compliments and flattery, using them as fuel to bolster their inflated self-image. They will often go to great lengths to seek this validation, engaging in showy behavior, constantly talking about their achievements, or manipulating conversations to steer the focus back onto themselves. In truth, however, this incessant need for admiration exposes their deep-seated insecurities and their reliance on external validation to maintain their grandiose self-perception. Their ego is in fact so fragile that they respond negatively when they do not receive the continuous praise and recognition they need to maintain their self-worth. They can become irritable, dismissive, or even aggressive when others do not validate their superiority or fail to acknowledge their accomplishments. Narcissists are typically engrossed in their own experiences and perspectives, leaving little room for the consideration of the viewpoints or emotions of others. However, the relationship between narcissism and empathy is complex and nuanced. Some research suggests that while narcissists may struggle with empathetic responsiveness, they may not entirely lack the capacity for empathy. Instead, their empathy may be contingent on specific circumstances or relationships, depending on what the narcissist views as being in their best interest. Despite this complexity, the general lack of empathy in narcissistic behaviors contributes significantly to interpersonal dysfunction. It creates an emotionally unbalanced dynamic in relationships, leading to feelings of invalidation and emotional neglect in those interacting closely with narcissists. Narcissists are often strategic and manipulative in their interactions. They view relationships primarily as platforms to serve their own interests, rather than mutual exchanges of support and affection. This can lead to a pattern of exploitation where they take advantage of the kindness, generosity, or vulnerabilities of others in order to further their own agenda. This exploitative behavior can manifest in various ways. Narcissists will manipulate others into doing tasks for them, capitalize on someone's skills or resources without reciprocating, or use emotional manipulation to control and influence people. They may also exploit the empathy and compassion of others, feigning helplessness or distress to get attention and assistance. Moreover, narcissists will not hesitate to use deceitful, corruptive, or even harmful behaviors to get what they want, exhibiting little remorse or accountability for the impact of their actions on others. Narcissists tend to view life as a competition where they must always come out on top. They frequently compare themselves to others, not for self-improvement or learning but to establish their dominance and superiority. When they perceive someone else as being more successful or possessing something they desire, they experience intense envy. However, their envy is often masked by arrogance and haughtiness. They will belittle the achievements of others or attribute their successes to luck or unfair advantages. This serves as a defense mechanism to protect their fragile ego and maintain their grandiose self-perception. In addition, narcissists are often convinced that others are envious of them. They believe that their success, attractiveness, or talent incites jealousy in those around them. This presumption allows them to maintain their self-image and dismiss any criticism or negative feedback as mere envy. Arrogance is another common trait among narcissists. They tend to have a superiority complex, often coming across as condescending or dismissive towards others. This arrogance is not just a manifestation of their inflated self-view but also a tool to establish dominance and control in their interactions. Narcissists have an inflated sense of self-importance and a deep need for admiration and validation. Criticism, therefore, threatens their self-perception and sense of self-worth. As a result, they react with anger, defensiveness, or even aggression when confronted with negative feedback. This inability to handle criticism often manifests in various ways. Narcissists may deny the validity of the critique, deflecting blame onto others instead of accepting responsibility. They may also resort to gaslighting, a manipulative tactic where they make the critic question their own perceptions and sanity. In some cases, narcissists respond to criticism with what is known as narcissistic rage. This involves intense anger, hostility, or even violent behavior triggered by perceived threats to their self-esteem or self-worth. This often creates an environment where open communication and constructive feedback become exceedingly difficult. Narcissistic abuse is a complex and harmful form of emotional and psychological abuse that can leave deep scars. Understanding the tactics used by narcissists, such as gaslighting, love bombing, devaluation, and discard, is a crucial step towards recognizing and addressing this form of abuse. If you find yourself in a relationship characterized by these behaviors, remember that you're not alone, and there are resources available to help you navigate this challenging situation. Acknowledge the reality of your circumstances, educate yourself about narcissism, set boundaries, seek support, practice self-care, and consider professional help. Remember, it's essential to prioritize your safety and well-being above all else. The journey towards healing may seem daunting, but with time, resilience, and the right support, recovery and a healthier, happier future is within your reach. You deserve respect, love, and kindness. Don't settle for anything less. For more information about narcissists and narcissistic abuse, visit www.carlacorelli.com.